What's up everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. Yes, I love my RC cars and trucks and tanks, but I also do really enjoy my drones, like the DJI Mavic here, the Spark and the Phantom 4, which I currently have. And the problem with that is, when you have all that kind of gear, like these goggles, as you can see here, they are quite big and bulky, and the problem is you don't want to have 3 or 4 different bags to carry all that stuff at the same time. So LighTake got in contact with me and sent me this cool backpack here, which can hold my DJI Mavic and the goggles, plus various other accessories. Probably carry 3 batteries, plus the one in the drone, so 4, and your charger and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, it does have this kind of chest piece here that kind of keeps everything together, stops it from slipping off your shoulders. Very nicely cushioned and all that kind of good stuff. The outside here is a really nice hard, like ABS injected molded plastic. It looks like carbon fiber, which it isn't, but it is very nice. It'll stop a lot of the crush and won't damage the expensive stuff that you have inside here. So it's obviously not the smallest, but you'd expect that because it's got to carry the goggles as well, because they are quite large, especially the hula hoop mechanism here. Now the bag also includes a nice zipper up here to put, I don't know, manuals or kind of more cables, all that kind of cool stuff up and out of the way, so it's not flying around in the main compartment here. That does also have a dual zipper system here with a very large opening there, so you can put a padlock in there if you're worried about theft of your goodies. But enough of that, it's just a bag to at the end of the day. But let's see what we can fit in here and see how good it is. And what I like about it as well, it's got this additional strap up the top to help everything kind of just stay in one place. First and foremost, let's get these goggles out of the way, and as you can see, they just sit nicely in there in this laser cut foam. It's got like a, obviously it's foam, but it's got like this rubberized texture on top and another kind of layer here of that same rubber there as well to kind of just help with any knocking about and stuff like that. So that's how the goggles sit. And for the last ring piece of the goggles, it just sits into this piece as well, like that. Really easy, nicely done. Next up, we'll get the Mavic itself. It's got all the protectors on there and everything, and we can just slide it in there like that. Really nice fit. The blades and everything are on there as well. This cutout here is for the controller. Just slides in really, really easy. And it's got these little openings here for your thumbs and stuff like that, just to pull it out. And the sticks aren't binding as well, so they're not always pushed into position. If they're stuck in there, it's free to move just like that. Now it fits 3 additional batteries. I've got one already in the drone, but I've got 2 spares as well. So it fits 2 just down here like that, and 1 up here as well, just like that. Very easy. It doesn't really matter what way. It does fit both ways, but in this direction it fits a little bit more snug. Here's our 4-way battery charger, and that just slips in just like that. The charger itself, or the power brick, I found that it fits really well just in here. Slide that all the way down there, very nicely out of the way. You can tie these cables up if you want. We can always just leave it just like that as well. It does have the height once the lid is down. As you can see, it is fairly deep just in this gap, so it's got plenty of room up above as well. Here we have the car charger, and I found you could really put it there if you like in that small gap, but I found this position to be really handy. Fits in there really snug. I don't even hardly use this, but there we go. That fits in there just like that as well, and you can obviously neaten up a little bit, but I just want to show everything for camera purposes, so there we go. This little bag, I have my spare props, so I can just put that down here. It's nice and protected in that little bag. A little power adapter, you can really put anywhere, but I'll just slide it down in there. And as you see, heaps of room still to go. Spare cables and stuff like that, you can always put in the zipper, or you can just slide in anywhere really you like. Now, if you have a tablet, obviously you can put it up here in the zippered section, or you could easily just put it here like that, and when everything is closed, it won't really rock around a lot. So I've got this part here, put it all together, and everything is really locked in really securely. So there we go. So I have a fair bit of stuff. I think on my Mavic, 3 batteries, both chargers, the remote controller, the goggles, tablet, and all the accessories that I really need. You can fit a lot more stuff in here because, like I said before, it does have a lot of depth in here to take up for that room. Now I've also got some DJI Tech filters for the Mavic. I'll leave the link in the description for that as well, and they could just fit anywhere really as well. I've got a spare battery little slot there. I can put that in there with that, and there we go. Everything that I need is in this one bag. Not only did I get this bag, I also got a charger for the Mavic and another smaller bag that you can carry just the Mavic and the controller in and just chuck in another bag if you want. So this is this bag. I think it's fantastic, fits everything I need. And let's zip it all up. And these feel really solid. And there we go. Really nice, and at least this ABS plastic will protect it in a bit of a knock, but not too bad. Link is in the description for this guy. Let's get on to the other stuff. Okay, now these are the other bags that I also received. These are more just to chuck the individual Mavic and the controller in. Fairly simple, pretty self-explanatory. Grab your Mavic, and you can see it's got a little cutout for the Mavic where the actual gimbal sits. Put it in there just like that. Close it up, and we are done. Now this is primarily used just to chuck in your backpack, so you don't have to worry about, you know, damaging the props or unfolding anything like that, or the gimbal. That's how it is. Simple as that. The second one here, you guessed it, is for your controller. Really simple. As you can see, it's got the little cutouts here that you just put it in. There you can see the pattern matches the back just like that. There we go. Close it up, and then once you know that's in there, you know that your sticks aren't being flapped around or forced into some direction you don't want to have it in for prolonged periods of time. But there we go. Really simple. I like that idea. They are kind of hard, well, kind of like a hard cardboard maybe underneath there. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's a plastic, but it is not soft by any means. So very nice. So that's all it is. This is much different than the other bag I just showed you. This is for someone that just wants to go away quickly, get this stuff, chuck it in your current backpack, and you won't have to worry about crushing things or damaging your sticks or you know, damaging your props or anything like that. Nice stuff. Links in the description for this one as well. Okay, the last product I got from LighTake was this charger for the Mavic. You can charge 3 Mavic batteries at the same time. You can also charge a phone or a tablet and also your controller. Now apparently you can charge 3 batteries at the same time between 60 to 80 minutes, which is a lot quicker than the current one they get in the bundle package. So let's open this guy up. Not much to look at on the plain box, but I hate waiting for batteries to charge. I try and get as quick as battery charger as I can. So here we go. Give us a little bit of an instruction manual. Pretty easy. Input 110 volts to 240 volts. Charge port for remote control and charge port for the battery. First up there we have our power cord. Obviously you need to change it if it's for your country. I've got heaps of these connectors to change it over. So there we go there. It's a really nice color. I have something very similar to this for the Spark. Check out that video if you like. But it's really simple. You have a fan there. There's where you put your mains cord, 3 leads for the battery, and 2 USB ports, one for your phone or tablet and the other one for your actual remote controller. Now this guy's pretty smart. It's got overcharge, overcurrent, over voltage, overheat, overload and short circuit protection. So yeah, it's a lot of protections there, so you won't stuff up your batteries. Okay, so turned it on, simple as. Really can't really stuff these connections up. All you got to do, put it in the bottom there, push it in, done. As you can see, that lead that goes to that battery is red, and as you can see, we'll just start plugging the other ones in. Nothing to it. There we go. As soon as I plug them in, you see the light starts to change. Just like that. So those batteries are all charging at the same time, as you can see. Now I'll get my phone, I'll see what time it is. It's roughly 21:44, so a quarter to 10, and I'll see how long that takes to charge. But what I'll also do, I'll plug some other things in here. Let's plug the actual remote controller on as well. Charging. Bring that little back a bit, and I'll also just get my phone for good measure. So there we go, we have, as you can see that the red light is on my phone. We have 5 things charging at the same time. So let's see if that affects the total charge time. I'll leave these guys going and I'll see when these actually are finished, and I'll come back and see how long that actually took. Okay, around about 15 minutes in, as you can see, all batteries are charging evenly. I think the remote was around about 27%, now it's up to 43%. This fan is also on like, it doesn't just stay constant, it fluctuates depending on the load and my phone was on 88% and now it is on 95%, so that's pretty cool. I'll keep you updated. Okay, now the first battery just completed and that finished it in. It is now 48, so that was 1 hour and 4 minutes. By the way, my phone is 100% and there we go, the second battery is done. You can see by the little indicator light there, and also it's pumped around about 60% into the battery. I believe that was about 28% when we first started, so that's 87% now, and that should go off any minute. Now what else is included is these little caps that I believe go over the battery to protect it from dust and all that kind of stuff. So I think they just slip on just like that. There we go. Easy as that. So I guess just protect the connectors and all that kind of stuff. Saves things from getting caught and put in there. So you get 3 of those as well when you get this particular charger, but that is pretty impressive. Total 1 hour and 2 minutes before the first one stopped off, and another minute or so after that. This one won't be that long at all, but don't forget it also charged the controller by approximately 60%, and also my phone was around about 80%, so charge that up 20%. So all that going at the same time was just 1 hour and 2 minutes, 1 hour and 4 minutes for the next one. So that is pretty impressive. I'm quite happy with that. Reasonable enough for me, and these batteries were down to roughly about 15% charge when the battery warning comes on when you're flying the Mavic. So that's normal operating or normal range of I guess percentage that you normally drain the batteries down to. Now, for like any of these products, these two bags, these two ones, you just kind of put the controller and the Mavic in, this particular charger, or the big bag where you can hold the DJI goggles and the DJI Mavic and heaps of other accessories. I'll leave them down in the link below. They are all from LighTake, so go check them out if you want to get more information about them. Now before I go, yes, I have the DJI bag that comes in the bundle. It is right here. It's a fantastic bag, and you know what, you can actually fit 3 batteries in here with one in the actual Mavic, 2 at the front here. You can fit both chargers and everything else in this little bag. It is pretty deceptive, but you can do it. But at the end of the day, if you have the goggles and other accessories, these little bags just aren't really cutting it. So I love this, but if you want to carry the goggles, the other one will be my favourite as well. If you want to go check this out, I'll leave the link in the description for this if you want to go just buy this separately as well. Okay guys, I waited for the final battery to finish, and it is now 10:55 or 10:56 just on the dot. So that took just over 1 hour and 10 minutes to charge all 3 batteries, 20% into my phone, and the the battery percentage for this remote controller now is 91%, so a good 60% into that. So happy with this. I'll leave the video with that. If you like what you saw, please check out the links. Any questions, please leave them down below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. But thanks guys, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and if you do, click that little bell so you get notified of all the latest content. Cheers guys, see you in the next video.